13 years ago, at the onset of the religious crisis in Bauchi, there was an uprising in the city and he didn't know. And by the time they knew, the Muslim sect had come on them. So they couldn't run. Others had run away. They didn't know, they were just inside their house watching telly. They didn't know that so much was going on. So what happened was that their son went out and he ran home. So what are people doing? There's trouble. The son was a teenager, was like 13. And that was their first son. So but it was already late. The enemies were coming in. So they were just able to hide the younger children in the next room. They hid them under a mattress. So she was in the living room with her husband.
Who's she?
His wife, my sister-in-law. We were both attacked and they stabbed him in the tummy and they cut off his head. Yeah.
In the presence of his wife?
Yes.
Was his son there?
He was hidden in the room, but the children knew what was going on in the living room. I work for National Health Insurance Scheme, so I was working.
Where? In Lagos?
Yes, in Lagos, yes. So we went for an exercise in Long Room with the custom to register their personnel for health insurance. And I just picked my phone, I saw, "Mommy, they have killed our daddy." So I looked at the phone and looked at it, I kept it. I read it, but it didn't make sense. So I kept it. So about 10 minutes, I picked the phone, I gave my colleague, I said, "Take, I got a text message. Maybe I don't know how to read, can you read it for me?" So he read it, and when he was done, he said, "Madam, I think what you read is what is written." I said, "What did you read?" He said, "What you read is what is written." So I now read it. And I saw, "Mommy, they killed our dad." So I called back. He said, "Yes." I said, "Who killed your dad?" He said, "The people fighting." "When?" "Now." "Where is his corpse?" "In the living room." "Where are you people?" "Hidden in the bedroom." "Why, it's your mom. She's in the parlor with the corpse." So that's how I knew. So from Lagos, I began to make arrangements for them to go and be evacuated in the midst of the crisis. So we were able to get a military truck. My husband called his brother, then I was married, called his brother as a military personnel. We now called another personnel in Jos, in Bauchi, so they now got a truck of soldiers and they went to the neighborhood. They wrapped his corpse and a bed sheet and evacuated the entire family out. After that, we couldn't get his corpse because we were not given. As I took the corpse into the hospital, we tried to retrieve his corpse, we are not given. Till date, we don't know what happened to his corpse.
That's government?
Most likely. They didn't give us back his corpse. And I suspect it's for fear of, what do they call it?
Reprisal?
Reprisal, yes, I guess so. But nobody gave us any explanation or anything. So they're just your realities, you live with it. You've lost the person, you've lost the person. Anyway. It was very traumatic for us as a family. I think Guy braved it, I was crying a lot. But I think his younger brother was not crying, was braving it as a guy. So he was the one that was running up and down and everything, the family, this, that. But eventually he took ill.
That's your younger, another brother?
Yes, the one next to him. Took ill in the process.
Was he in Bauchi as well?
No, he was in Idiboko, but he had to be shuttling Bauchi, Kafanchan, where we come from, you know, back to Lagos and all that. Then he took ill. He didn't come out of it, then he passed on. So there was 11 months between the two of them. You know, so that was how I lost the two of them. And between the two of them, they have 4 kids each. So that makes 8 of them. 4 years down the line, the guy who took ill and passed on, his wife took ill briefly and she passed on. So I had a wife left with 8 kids to look after. So I relocated all of them down to Abuja, so it would be easy for me to have all my children in one place with one mother. But you know that she was depressed, so she was never stable. Today this is wrong with her, tomorrow the other is wrong with her, next tomorrow is all that. She was in and out of one sickness or the other, and eventually one day she slept and didn't wake up. my father's extended family came together and they said they were going to share the kids. So everybody took a child. So it means 8 kids went into 8 different homes, or to go to 8 different homes. And I thought that was the worst death that we'll have. So, and you know, a typical African setting, a girl child is a girl child. So it's like, I'm a girl child, I don't have rights over my father's children, which I understood very well. So I kept on praying for favor, for wisdom. So I sent words to my uncle, and I said, I appreciate their gestures, but let me also give them another option. How about having the children in one house? Let them be together. Because it's going to be worse, they are orphaned, then everybody's in a different home. Their life will be destroyed. So let's have them in one house with one mother that is alive. Then everybody will be providing for the child a peak each. How about that? And they say, wow, fantastic. Oh, that's a better option. We never thought about it. So they gave in. So that was how I moved those in Bauchi down to Abuja. Everybody was in Abuja. Unfortunately, she passed on. So after the funeral, I didn't know what was the best option. So I went back to praying again. God to tell me what to do, because I didn't know how I was going to sort them out, 8 of them alone. And along the line, God spoke. There was light. Everybody should come to Lagos, where I am, because it was expensive. Flying in and out of Abuja. And they'll be calling me, especially that smallest one. She was 4 plus, about 5 plus. She can wake up in the night around 6 and be crying, Mommy, I need yogurt. I want to take yogurt. And it's nice to be a child. I'll make arrangement. Someone in Abuja, they will take yogurt to the house. Then she'll call back, hey, Mommy, thank you. I've seen the yogurt. They can go crying, generator, there's no petrol. So many, and sometimes they'll call in the morning, Mommy, we've missed the school bus. We don't miss the school bus. Before we came out, the school bus have left us behind. What do we do? I'm in Lagos and Abuja, and the trauma was becoming too much. So as I prayed, I realized that I needed to bring all of them to Lagos. And that was how I was able to migrate every one of them to Lagos to be with me, so that I can keep an eye on them. When we were getting married, he was of the opinion that he wouldn't want other people to live with us, just us. I said, okay, it's fine with me, because I didn't have anybody wanting to live with me. My brothers were alive, everybody was taking care of their own children, so I didn't have to have anybody stay with me. So we got married, but along the line, he was the one that had most of his family members coming in to live with us. I didn't mind it, because I'm from an extended kind of family where many are parents had 8 of us, and we have cousins living with us and all that. So I was used to people. So I had more of his people living with us, nobody of mine living with me. But you know, when mine was to come, they came in a battalion, 8. Then I have my younger sister, Teresa. She married at 19. She got widowed at 25. She had a 4.5-year-old son. And she didn't have where to go to, and she was mourning, and we were orphaned as well. So she had been the first set to come to me with her son. So that made 10 of them. So I said, well, it's good. Teresa can keep an eye on all of them while I stay with him, with my own immediate family. But it didn't turn out well. He didn't find it funny. I didn't get angry with him, I understood. So he decided to excuse himself out of the situation. I had to let him go, because keeping him meant I had to let these ones go.
You had to choose?
Yes, I had to choose one out of the two. Either I pick him or I pick them. I wasn't given an option. Having everyone around my life.
Where's your son?
It's fine, he's here with me. Yeah. He just asked me what happened. I explained to him what happened. I told him that if I was the one that passed, I would want somebody to take care of him for me. I wouldn't want him to be on the street. I told him that it's going to be tough on the 2 of us. It's a case of a mathematical equation of 1 plus 10, not 10 plus 1. So if it's 10 plus 1 to be easy, but 1 plus 10 is going to be tough. because my resources for just the two of us, we are now being stretched to accommodate 10 extra people. So we've been together now in this house 6 years, in Lagos 8 years together.
Do you have moments of regret?
No, I always been married. I never liked being a single woman in my life. I came from a very functional home. So I've always wanted a home with a husband, children, and I enjoyed it. Then suddenly, divorce came and it came so strong. There was nothing I could do to stop it. So I miss being married, even up till now I do. But my reality is that I'm not married. My estate, my friends live in the estate, so they have a lot of friends. My children, they have a lot of friends around. And it started, a neighbor called and said, kid, I said, yes, stop thinking aloud. You are home with many children. Those are big, big kids. You must be eating. I said, as if you know. She said, yes, I know. She said, send them down and by the gate I have food for you people. And she's sending food to us. Then my estate, the women in the estate, had a charity for all the workers in the estate. They send me provisions. Then the estate also had a charity for the villages around us. So they send me food stuff. They also send money to me. Because I had been shopping and shopping and shopping. So I go to the market and buy food. They say they're locking down. When they lock down, before I'm done shopping, let's say if I buy 20 tubers of yam, in a week before I'm done, it's gone down to like 10. I buy provisions before I'm done, it's almost finished. And at a point they said I should shop. I said, no, I'm not shopping anymore. I'm going to lay hands on the food to multiply. But I just said it literally, that I was going to lay hands. And I just laid on my bed. I said, food I lay hands on you in that kitchen, multiply. In Jesus' name, I said amen. And I just did. And it's multiplying. Money began to come from people. People called me. My friends, okay, send your bank account. We just thought that you'd be in a dear need of money. So I had people coming in. It just showed me how God indeed provides for our needs, and also tells you that I have fantastic neighbors around me.
What the person who told me about you found interesting was the fact that you don't go around telling people your sob story, looking for help. Nobody would know that you have that kind of burden. Why?
People also have their issues. I just tell God. I just talk with God about it. And why I even got talking to her, I was just sleeping. This happened since I see her quite often, but she also does not know that that's what I'm going through for all these years. We see always. But one day I was just lying down. It's happened to me that just like I had a voice, tell your friend. You've never told her what you are going through. Then I say, tell her what for now? Let me tell her, and it was strong. So I said, okay, so I wrestled with it for 2 weeks. I didn't. So one day I called her and I said to her, I need to talk with you. I just need to share with what I've been going through in the past 8 years. She said, I don't know why, but I had a lead in to talk with you. I don't know why I will need to talk to you, but can we talk? So she said, okay, and I told her, and that was just it. It's not like I was expecting anything. I don't just know why, because there are times that instinctively, when things are dropped in my spirit, I respond. The greatest challenge, I'll be honest with you, as a mother, is sacrificing my son,
your biological son,
to accommodate the 10 of them. It's the greatest challenge of all. Not money, not other things. My son is my only biological child, and we were very, very close, extremely close. So I like to cook for my son, I like to take care of him. So all that we could do together, I never could do for him at all. Dotting on him, I couldn't dot on him any longer. So I had to put him on the same pedestal with everybody. Show him any special affection will not allow these ones to heal. It's like what I tell them daily is, this is how it should have been happening to you if your mother was alive. So I had to sacrifice. For me, it's the sacrificial lamb in the whole story. And I'm so pleased with him. I daily, as much as I get the opportunity, I tell him thank you. And I tell him that God will bless him. Generations that will come out of his loins will be blessed. On the streets of life, he's going to have parents and friends. I miss all the beautiful things of life I could have used my money for, but I think they are all mundane things. There's nothing compared to these destinies.
Like the jeeps?
Yes, going abroad on holidays, wearing nice dresses. I like doing fine girl. Before things happen, I like doing fine girl, yeah. But now you just have to count your money. My children say, Mommy, you only think in terms of school fees and food. I say, yes. I have to think in terms of school fees and food.
So where are they all now? How many have you have some have graduated? Do you have?
Yes, I have. 3 have graduated from the university. Yes. 2 are in university. 1, I had to step him out of the university for 1 year. He had eye challenge. Late last year, he developed an eye inflammation called uveitis. So he went blind temporarily. Completely blind.
You're struggling with that as well?
Yes, so the whole of last year from August to December was very tough. You can imagine having an 18-year-old son suddenly going blind. It wasn't funny. So I was moving from one hospital to another.
How is he now?
He's okay. He's one. He's still amongst us. Yes.
So he can see now?
He can see. So I had to get him out of the university for 1 year so that his eyes, he can pursue treatment.
So you have some in secondary school now?
Yes, I do.
How many?
3.
3 in secondary school?
Yeah, the last 2 are getting done this year.
Okay.
Then 1 is in SS1. That's the youngest.
So
She's
you have
15.
school fees?
Oh, sure.
So tell me, how these children, how have they bonded? How have they unraveled the pain? Because you have to manage those things, the pain from the agony, like the ones that saw their father die.
Yeah. A lot of times, I often wish we have a system whereby we have therapies for traumatized people. They don't seem to manifest any for now, but sometimes I think they might have some salient pain, scars rather within them. And I'm concerned about how those scars might affect them tomorrow. I don't want them to have stereotypes. I don't want them to have religious biases. I don't want them having negative sentiments. My immediate younger sister is married to a Fulani man. As a Muslim. We are well bonded as a family. Nothing comes up like that. But it wasn't easy having, as you can see, all of us, those are 4 families merging into one. So we didn't come by it easily. I just have to, when I tell them, okay, you know what? I don't care who your father is or your mother is. All you can see is me. You are thinking about how can you find your mother? You know her grave is in the village. So it's me you are seeing. You can't even see your father. So you know what? I'm the mother, I'm the father. You can use Kate as your surname for all I care. They will laugh. And I will tell them, everybody is my child. So this is how we take. You were born based on the year you were born. Take seniority. So everybody takes seniority. Doesn't matter who gives birth to you. The most important thing now is that I'm the mother. And I make sure that it happens that way. I don't allow cliques.
So was it difficult for you to have your own child? Did you have to wait for your child?
No, I didn't have to.
So it might be divine that you only have only one.
Actually, growing up as young people, you say the things you want. But some people say, I want to have 5 children. I used to tell them, I've always had stories of people with only children. And only child each. Those children are always very successful. Then I go, I don't mind having just 1 child, so long as he becomes successful. Why do I need many children for you to have 1 that will be so successful? Then I said, but it's not good now. That child will not have brothers. So I can have 2 kids. So I can have a brother or a sister. And that's why they say be careful what you wish for. It might happen. I had 3 kids. 2 died. Just 1 survived, the first one. So, yeah, but the attention is nice, but it's demanding.
You didn't seek to do this because you wanted to be celebrated.
No. Yes, no. I don't want to. I really don't want to. Like I said, life. God bats you forth. As you go through life, you don't know the challenges that you are going to meet on your part of life. Life is a maze. You come in. When you're coming out of the next place, you imagine. When you say you're coming in today, I wasn't expecting. I just thought I was going to wear my dress, and they'll just drop powder on my face, then I'll just sit down, and they'll just take picture. Crap. Okay, what's your name? How did this happen? That. My daughter asked me, Mom, what's she going to ask you? Mom, you know how the media is. They can make you, they can marry you. Do you know what she's going to ask you? Mommy, I don't want us having funny stories about you. I don't want funny stories about you out there. Then at the end of the day, she said, well, Mommy, he said it's Auntie Adesua. I've followed her track. She's not scandalous. She has pedigree. That was her last day.
So they take care of you.
Yes, they do.
They are like the mommy now.
Exactly. They call me Baby Kate. Baby Kate! I said, so they take care of me. They dance on me a lot.
So what gives you the greatest joy?
Watching them grow. That's my greatest joy, watching them grow. I can tell you that about 1 year they were left on their own without a parent. They were almost getting affected wrongly. So when I see how far they have turned, it gives me so much joy. If this is all I can achieve in life, seeing them through fulfilling destiny, I'm very okay. Last week I lost my younger brother, and I was all down, having to prepare for his funeral. I can't travel, and I know people came around to encourage me, and I made up my mind to come out of it. Then suddenly again, I'm here, all smiles, all made up, you know. So you look at this, life is bits and bits and bits of moments. You never can predict the next moment in life. Life is very transient. Very transient. When other children that are other than ours come into our lives, we should be willing to be parents to them completely. It may not be easy, but once you are willing, God will give you the grace. And above all, I've learned to meet God my source. When the children came, I had only 8,000 naira in my account. The whole of me in life, I had only 8,000 naira. But I believed God that He was going to sustain us. We are still drawing from the well of the 8,000 naira. It's not done, and it wouldn't be done.
That's major. So in this time, people are afraid, COVID is here, nobody knows the future is. You just come.
Yes, the future is in God's hands. I believe that COVID cannot conquer mankind. When God created man, He said, go ye into the world, multiply, dominate. The world is there for us, that we are meant to dominate our environment, to dominate the world. So COVID coming to destroy mankind is tantamount to making God's words alive. I know that God is going to shine a light on someone that will bat for the solution to COVID. When, how, who, I don't know, but certainly I know that there's going to be an end to it.
There's some positive things out of COVID, I'm sure.
Yes.
Like,
it made me to realize that all the things I used to miss were not worth it. Oh, fine dress, dressing fine, I can't afford this. They just turned out to be all needless. They were needless. And I now realized that family is key. Everybody got locked in with their family members. Everybody. Whether you love yourself, you don't love yourself, you have to find a way around. Sure. So also, I've been locked in with my family long before COVID. So I just realized that I'm on track, because I sometimes comments I get here and there make me feel that I made a mistake.
Like,
why do you have to bring all the kids? You should have allowed them, they will have survived. Somehow they will have survived. God will have provided for them somehow. And when I look, I see people with their husbands in their little cute homes. I'm all by myself. I said, she never haven't taken in my babies. I want to have a spouse with me and all that. But you know what? They are my trophies. They're my trophies through life.